Hey guys, it's Jen. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to everybody who is already on here waiting. You guys are blowing my mind. There are 63 of you already here. I have not done a live stream in a minute, and I'm noticing in the chats, I haven't even started yet. And already Cindy has given me a super chat of $70, which I can't even wrap my brain around that, Cindy. So overwhelming thanks. And wow, what a way to start our live stream. Oh my gosh, I'm just blown away. So I don't even know what to say to that. Cindy, you know that I love you. Cindy is one of my very faithful patrons. So she's not only supporting me here with that generosity, but she supports me monthly through Patreon. And you guys, if you are on here and you are one of my patrons, I'm already seeing several of you come up. Just know that I am always so grateful for all of you. So yeah, I'm a little verklempt. That was a great way to start our time together. So everyone is here. I'm seeing so many familiar names. This is going to be so fun. I have a feeling that because of the great unpleasantness, there will be a lot more of you guys here than normally can make it live. And if I have any of my UK or European friends, I tried to do it at a time when you guys could make it as well. And oh, Kelsey, thank you. Kelsey said, I'm looking fabulous. I'll take that. I decided to put a little effort in. Brooke is here. Hey, Brooke, it's so good to see you. You guys know BB Brooke. She and Tommy are busy making masks. So yeah, I just have nothing but love and admiration for what they're doing. So I hope I can keep you guys company while you're doing your work. Sarah Merrill is here. So I have to give a huge shout out to Sarah. And one of the reasons we're doing this live stream today is Sarah and I were to have run the Star Wars half marathon this morning. And obviously that did not happen. So we are just, bummed, obviously. And I thought that doing the live stream might put me in a little bit better frame of mind. And yeah, it's just one of those things. So if you go to Brooke's website, which is shopbbbrooke.com, she did have information on there on how you can donate supplies to the work that she and Tommy are doing. It goes towards shipping and everything. I will also put a link when the live stream is done. I'll put a link down below of how you guys can donate through me, because all of my Ko-fi donations right now are going to Brooke and Tommy and the work that they are doing. So, okay. Great. We have so many fun people here. So I want to get some business out of the way. Ryan is here. You guys are the best. Okay. My mom commented that, oh, Leslie, thank you so much for posting that. Leslie just posted my Patreon. If anybody wants to go check it out. My mom said that my live streams, she just can't believe how many people check in, and it's like I know all of them and that they're all of my friends. And I was like, well, Mom, they kind of are my friends. That's exactly how I feel about you guys. So especially now, we need all of the friendship we can get. And I remember we used to say, oh, Brooke is saying her site is currently down. Okay, well, you can still donate through me. So after this live stream has rendered and I put in all of the description, I'll make sure I put a link so that how you guys can donate to what Brooke and Tommy are doing. They have made over 2,000 masks so far. So unbelievable. I'm sure they're tired. Norma is here from the UK. Good. I was hoping a few of my UK friends could make it. So before we get started, I want to announce our winner. I know that a lot of you, some of you might not even know that I did a giveaway. And I felt a little sneaky, right? Because I didn't make the title, hey, big giveaway. I kind of snuck it into a video that was about something completely else. So you really had to go and watch the whole video to know that it was a giveaway. And I gotta say, I kind of liked that, because not that there's anything wrong with watching a video just for a giveaway, right? I mean, if that's what you want to do, I am not going to criticize anybody for anything, especially now. That's not true. I will criticize you if you're mean to people, but if you want to watch a video just for a giveaway, that's fine. But I do my giveaways to reward you guys for being such, and to say thank you to you guys for being such amazing, faithful viewers and contributors and commenters and likers and all of that. So it was kind of fun that that I was able to do it that way. So Heather is saying, if we wanted to support you but didn't want to donate online, are you open to receiving something via your PO box? Yes, that's fine. If that's something that you want to do, I am open to that. Just know that everything that I receive goes towards the channel, the operation of the channel, and everything that we're doing over here. So yes, you're always welcome to do that. And my PO box is in the description of most of my videos. So thank you for that. Okay, so make sure you like and do all of that. Elizabeth says, yeah, it was sneaky. I kind of passed on it this time around. That's okay. I mean, you know, there's plenty of my friend Melissa, who's Pixie Dust and Peaches, is doing a great giveaway right now for her 10,000 subscribers. And I loved what she gave away. But y'all, I need one more Disney bag. Like I need a hole in my head. And so I decided to let somebody else win. Oh my goodness. Leslie Ann, thank you so much for that super chat. We just got a $50 super chat from Leslie Ann, who is our happy place. She's also one of my patrons, one of my moderators. I usually have a standing rule that patrons are not supposed to give in super chats, but they are a very disobedient group. So let's get on to announcing our giveaway winner. Leslie Ann, thank you again. And she said, because you bring joy. That makes me so happy. I can't. Yeah, I'm just doing my best over here, y'all. We're all just doing our best. Okay. Oh, by the way, before I announce the winner, I'm just going to drag this out. You'd be like, announce the winner already. Do you know what I've already done today? I am so cultured today. It is redonkulous. I have watched Phantom of the Opera, which I think is still streaming. I don't know if it's still streaming. It started on Friday, but it was amazing. It was at the Royal Albert Hall. It was the 25th anniversary. Absolutely unbelievable. Casey says, I don't want obedient patrons, maybe. So we, Sarah is on here, and Sarah, I'm not going to comment on what you said, but I do want to wish you best wishes. And I hope that you are feeling really, really good and that your new normal has returned to a little less crazy than it was. So huge shout out and thanks to you for watching. And I just hope that you're feeling well. So I watched Phantom of the Opera, and then because of all the ballet, a ballet background, I took a ballet class online with the Dutch ballet. Like the things that you can do online right now are crazy. Like if you avail yourself of it, right? And some days, like I said in the day in the life I put up on Joyful Living yesterday, Sarah, good, very glad to hear. You just kind of want to wrap yourself up like a burrito. Caitlin, Team Cuddles, $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Caitlin. She says, watching Jen rule breaking, eating quarantine snacks, life is good. Quarantine snacks. Caitlin, girlfriend, I have got to lay off on the quarantine snacks, thus the ballet class. And let me tell you, I have not done an actual ballet class in a couple of decades. I've done here and there or a bar workout or something like that, but a true ballet class, right? Where this was an hour of bar. And with the music and all of it, first of all, it brought me so much joy. Secondly, oh my gosh, my quads are killing me. For anyone out there that does not think that dance is athletic or that somehow, ballerinas are not, well, I don't know who would think that in this day and age. I think maybe they used to think that, but oh my gosh, such a good workout. All right. That had nothing to do with our winner. You guys, stop it. Stop it. Okay. Empty Nest Living is Sandra, who is used to be Sandra D Adventures, if you guys followed her. She is the sweetest. I absolutely love her. She has the most adorable triplet grandchildren you've ever seen in your life. I think, what are they now? 8 months, 9 months, Sandra? And Sandra has an amazing channel. So make sure you go and check her out. She just posted a cruise video this morning that I absolutely loved. It was good to escape a little bit. So thank you so much for that, Sandra. All right, let's get on to our winner. You guys remember what we were giving away. I have it right behind me. Those of you that watched it, remember it. It is this adorable DVC bag, which I actually hate to part with because I do love this bag. I mean, this is a high quality, gorgeous bag. I actually ended up getting it for a very good price because I used some rewards dollars and I had a discount and on and on. But I was going through kind of thinking, which ones am I just not using? The size on this just didn't work for me. I wanted to rehome it. That's what you do with Dooney and Burks. It's like giving up a child or a dog. You have to rehome your Dooney and Burke bags. So I decided to give her up for adoption, and I opened up the giveaway. And our winner, and I hope she's watching, but it's okay if you're not, because you just need to get back to me within 48 hours, is, drum roll please, Melly Mo. Now, Melly's comment was so great. She said that her favorite item that I shared was the DVC comment. If you didn't watch the video, it was a tag. And one of the things you were supposed to say was your biggest regret. And I said that my biggest regret was DVC, but not for the reason you think. I said I regretted that I hadn't bought it sooner. See? Always thinking. Anyway, so Melly Mo is our winner. And what she said was, my favorite was the DVC comment. We bought in 2018. We couldn't have bought too much sooner, as our first trip was April of 2016, but it would have been great if we had. So Melly Mo, please email me at jenlefforge@gmail.com within the next 48 hours and give me your mailing address, and I will get this shipped off to you just as soon as I know where you need me to send it. So I'm so happy for you. I have a big secret to tell you guys that I've been kind of, I don't know. We're in such difficult times. And whenever I'm in difficult times, I'm always like, okay, what can I do that would be fun? What can I do that would just give people some bright and happy? I have a box coming from Shop Disney that is going to be ginormous, filled with stuff. And I'm going to be giving it away. A couple of the things were welcome gifts for my patrons, but the rest of the things I am going to give away to you guys. So when that comes, be watching. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. As I say, I really liked the way I did this last one, where I just threw it in a video when you weren't expecting it. And I think it will just be really, really fun. So I had a discount code. I found a good sale, and just trust me that there are some really, really fun things coming, and I think you're going to like it. I think what I might do is a whole, like an unboxing of what I got, and then you'll have to stay tuned, right? So sneaky to see when that's going to happen. But you guys are always so faithful, and you always show up, and you're just amazing, and I love you. So how are we doing? I will tell you in advance, I am super, super happy to take questions and talk about almost anything. The only thing I will not answer is the question of when do I think the parks will open? And because I'll just give you, well, I will answer it. I'll just give you my answer right now. My answer about when will the parks open is the parks will open when it is safe for them to do so. Ta-da! That's it. That's my answer. And I'm going to tell you right now, if anybody, a vlogger, a podcaster, a blogger, a news source, and I see how I put that in quotes, tries to tell you that they know, or if their YouTube title of their video, Dawn, thank you so much for that wonderful $20 super chat. Disobedient patrons are awesome. I can't tell. I really need to figure out a way to block. The problem is I didn't tell you guys when I sent you the message on Patreon that you were not allowed to do this. Not that it would have stopped you, but I do live streams with my patrons from time to time. And when I do that, I turn the super chat off so they can't act like this, but they're out of control. Dawn, thank you. That means the world to me. Thank you very much. Okay, what was I saying? Oh yeah, if anybody, except for Madame Leota, if Madame Leota appears to you, and not in a dream, because I think we're all having really creepy, weird, vivid dreams right now. There was a whole article in the New York Times about it. It's happening to all of us. If Madame Leota appears to you in person and tells you, then you may be able to take some stock in all of that. But the Disney parks will open when it is safe and prudent for them to do so. The end. That's all I have. Okay, Simply Sandy says, how can I grow as a YouTuber trying to share her stories and knowledge like you? I love that. So as you know, or you may or may not know, Sandy, I've done a whole creator series on this channel. I'm actually doing a lot of creator videos over on the Joyful Living channel. Mel Harmon, $25 super chat. Thank you so much, Mel. I almost, I think you guys are aware that YouTube revenues for travel and Disney focused YouTubers have gone like way down. Like I'm always open to sharing my numbers, and I have lost about 60% of my AdSense revenue. And I know some people are down as much as 90%. That's not why I come and do live streams with you guys, not by a long shot. You guys are so generous to me in so many ways. Having said that, few of you on Twitter were like, you need to do a live stream. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate that super chat, especially now when so many people are, really financially insecure and they don't know what's going to happen. So yeah, it just means a lot to me. Thank you, Mel. I appreciate you. So growing as a YouTuber is something that I definitely talk about more on the other channel. I'm actually developing, and this is kind of insider knowledge. My patrons know this, but I haven't really announced it because I'm not really ready for it to be big yet, but I am doing some sort of mentorship and coaching. And I'm doing it for existing YouTubers currently, but I'm thinking of starting like an introductory one that is kind of a startup YouTuber package where you can get information. So you can definitely reach out to me by email if that's something that you are interested in. Let's see. Dan's video Mosaic says, I'm surprised Disney content on YouTube isn't up as there aren't many ways to consume Disney at the parks. Dan, the watch time is up. That's not the problem. So the way that ads work on YouTube, and this may not even be interesting to anybody, but there's an auction that happens. It's all done by computers. But travel companies have slashed their budgets for advertising. So the advertisers aren't there. And so the numbers get run up when the advertisers bid, and there are a lot of advertisers that want to be on a particular video. Well, if you have a travel-focused channel, whether that be Disney or other, they are all cutting all of that advertising dollars, all of those advertising dollars. And so my views are not down, just my revenue is down. Isn't that fun? That's always fun. Anthony, thank you for that super chat. I so appreciate that. He says, I joined DVC. Congratulations. Welcome home. 300 points at Poly through DVC resale. You inspired me. Love watching love watching in all your videos. I hope you are doing well. Anthony, thank you so much. And seriously, congratulations. That is exciting. You'll have to tell me when your first trip home is going to be, because that is a big milestone. And yeah, do you have your member card yet? Like where are we on the timeline? I'm assuming you've passed right of first refusal. There's just a lot of steps there. So that's super exciting. And thank you so much. Okay. So your first trip is in December. What a great time to go to Disney. I absolutely love that. Woohoo! That's so exciting. Let's see. Yes, you guys, if you were in here, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. That should be pretty easy to do. But Anthony, Poly DVC is just like a dream. I wish that they had 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom accommodations, because even with the layout of the studio, I just don't see us being comfortable there. Because they only offer studios and the bungalows. But for somebody that doesn't need room for 5, oh my gosh, just amazing. Angie says, thank you for all your videos during this difficult time. I appreciate everything you do to share a smile. Thank you. Aaron, it's your first live stream as a patron, so I had to join the disobedience. Aaron McKee is one of my premium patrons. And Aaron, it is so great to have you here. I cannot even tell you. Thank you for your generosity over there. And now thank you for your generosity over here. That makes me really happy. You guys keep talking about how my videos are bringing you joy. And I say this every video lately, but I'll say it again. I especially hear from my essential workers who tell me that after an end of a 12-hour shift and they're just exhausted, that when I share, it gives them something to look forward to every day. And I have to tell you, you guys are who is in my mind when I go to film, because when I hear from a nurse or someone that works at Walmart, which is cuckoo bananas right now, I mean, they are just turning over those shelves as fast as they possibly can. And you tell me that if I was having a bad day or I thought I didn't want to do my job, because this is my job, you guys, I am trying to infuse some normal and some joy and some happy. And what you don't know, well, you probably know if you've been watching the videos, this is doing as much, if not more, for me as it is for you guys, because we all need to have a purpose, right? We all need to be able to get up every day and find something that brings us joy, something we can create, something we can build. For a lot of you, you are still, doing your jobs from home. My job, fortunately, has been from home this entire time. So I am doing my job, and I am very grateful for all of you for being so encouraging, and I will continue to do it. So anyway, let's see. Kelsey says, thank you for showing up for us, Jen. Oh my gosh, you're so welcome. Ken says you have to keep in mind that they sent 22,000 college interns home, and it will take a lot of time to replace them and train them. I'm not sure they're going to bring back the college program the way that they did before. Unfortunately, that program has been going on for a long time, and I think things are going to be very different. But Disney will open, and that's exciting. And the ramp up will be quite a process, Laurel. You're 100% right. I think a staged opening is very, very likely, and yeah, we'll just all have to see. So. Leslie Ann says, I thought working from home couldn't get more isolating. Apparently it can. Can I tell you, I kind of feel that too, Leslie Ann. I mean, we already worked from home. And so I kind of thought, oh, well, my routine isn't any different than it ever is, except for the fact that there's this like weird piece of it that, normally I could work. I am like a hermit, right? I could work from home for days. It is not unusual at all for me to not leave my house more than a couple times a week if I'm not traveling. It's like everyone always teases me that knows me, you don't ever seem to leave your house except to like go to Florida or Paris or London. I'm like, yeah, that's how I like my life. I love my home and I love to travel. But usually when I'm starting to feel just a little bit antsy, or I want to see people, I could go work at Starbucks, or I could do something else. And yeah, just not having that as an option. There's just an odd psychological thing. And then, of course, all of the stress. So anyway, Angela, thank you for that super chat so much, for making me smile after my beloved 14-year-old pup, Anakin, passed a week ago. I'm so sorry to hear that, Angela. You know what a pet lover I am and how much our dear fur babies mean to all of us. And that's just a devastating loss. So I'm so sorry, but thank you so much for that super chat. And I hope that you are taking really good care of your heart. And I don't know if if you're planning on adopting again, but I hope that can be something that you can do. They always say you're supposed to wait. We never do. We never do. Mostly because we typically have 2 dogs at a time. So I usually have another animal that's also grieving, and we always end up getting another dog right away. I don't know if we should, but it just helps us get over it. But anyway, I hope that you're doing okay, Angela. Yeah, I have so many amazing pet lovers on here. You guys are like, yes, it's so hard. It's so hard. So yeah, all that to say, getting up and getting dressed and doing the videos and having purpose, and trying to mix it up. Scott and I, like yesterday for our walk, we drove to a park and we made sure we had our masks. Anthony, wait a minute, you just did that. You can't do 2. Can I get a ruling? Can someone do 2 super chats in one video? I don't think that's allowed. Is that allowed? Thank you. He says, have some extra money since I am a paramedic and working 70 plus hours a week. Your videos have gotten me through the shifts. Watch your cruise videos when my Hawaii DCL got canceled and it helped. So now you're going to make me cry. Yeah, thank you, Anthony. That's very sweet. And thank you for what you're doing and going out there every day and working so hard, because there's a lot to that. So yeah, thank you. Always so emotional when I kind of, whenever I was upstairs getting ready for you guys, and I had there's a Magic Kingdom playlist on Spotify that I had playing, and the Carousel of Progress, not the one that the classic one that then they took a break from, at the classic one, and you guys know it. It's now is the time. Now is the best time. Now is the best time of your life. Hopefully that was not too much to have, copyright. Anyway, that song came on and I thought about, I don't know where I'm going with this. You know how I get. I was thinking about all of the things that are still intact even though so much is crazy. And is it the best time of our lives? Well, I wouldn't say it's the best months of our lives, but it can still be the best time of our lives as we try to make the best, to kind of find, again, the simple things that bring us joy and the things that can be important, and having our purpose and getting up and living our lives, whether you're Anthony and you're working 70 plus hours a week and you're exhausted, or you're one of my viewers that I talk to pretty much daily now who is sheltering in place completely alone, which is a whole nother level of, having that stamina to continue to stay engaged and to try to stay upbeat and to let yourself feel what you need to feel. So I don't know what that had to do with anything. Shannon, thank you so much for that super chat. Shannon has been such a great commenter and such a fabulous supporter of the channel. So that is definitely appreciated. Elizabeth said, we're all in this together. Why y'all got to do that to me? Because you know what happens. We're all in this together. Everybody up and do some choreography. Stephanie, $5 super sticker. I don't know if y'all can see the super stickers. They crack me up because little dancing. Super stickers. I love it. I love it. Yes, Dawn. Dawn is asking for, let's just pause for a minute and give a shout out to the homeschooling moms that never wanted to be homeschooling moms, the homeschooling moms that have been thrust into this, the teachers that have become YouTubers. I fielded a few emails from teachers who are like, please help me. I'm not sure how to do this. I'm not sure how to do that. Y'all are asking or being asked to enter into a whole new level. So did you hear choreography? Yes, it's all about the choreography here at Jen Lefforge. You guys think I'm a Disney channel. I'm really a choreography channel. What are your Run Disney Marathon weekend plans? That is such a great question that I do not have an answer to. Jen, does that mean you have to become a college professor? Yes. I am a college professor right now as I supervise my young men. You know what's funny about that? And I'm going to get back to my marathon weekend plans in a second. This is why this is so well suited to me, because I can do parenthetical talking all day long. I am always having 15 conversations going on in my head at the same time. And I finally have found a way that can be honored and celebrated. Such a big day for me. Anywho, college professor. My boys are doing French classes and lectures and all of this stuff. And I'm trying to learn French, but will not let me go to class with him. And I mean, I would sit really quiet in the background. And you know what's fun? He is doing, Stephanie, thank you so much for that $10 super chat. She says, you've kept this nurse going during all of this crazy. Thank you, my friend. I hope you are hanging in there, Stephanie, and that you are taking really, really good care of yourself, that you're making sure that you are getting good nutrition and good sleep when you can. And thank you for all of that you're doing. That's why, y'all, that's why I don't just stay in my yoga pants all day. I may have yoga pants on, but that's why I get the top part of me dressed in normal clothes. So anyway, Will is taking his improv class online, which Dad's Garage is kind of a famous improv theater that's here in Atlanta. And he was taking improv, and now they're doing it online. I am dying to sit in on one of the classes, but he won't let me. I tried to pull the whole I pay the mortgage, so you should let me sit in on your improv class, but he wouldn't let me. But that's all right. Getting back to where we were before about what are my marathon weekend plans. I'm not signed up for Wine and Dine. I was not planning on doing marathon weekend. However, I'm so rooting for Run Disney and for them to come back strong that may change. And I know signups are happening in like just a couple of weeks. I think early registration, someone maybe can help me with that, May 7th or something like that. I thought of perhaps signing up for the 10K. That's normally a week that we are in Disney anyway. So yeah, I'm just not sure what I'm going to do. So bye, Sandra. It was so good to hear from you. Thank you for that super chat. Keep making great videos. You guys make sure you check out Empty Nest Living. You will really love her channel. She's hysterical. She really is. She's very funny. And she goes on trips with her girlfriends, and yeah, just love her channel. So anyway, dates for registration just gave me so much hope. They did for me as well, Jenny. And again, I think there's some things that are going to have to be figured out with Run Disney. But yeah, I'm at the point now where I don't know how you guys feel about this. I'm so done with conjecture. Like, I don't want to hear conjecture. I don't want to hear maybe this, maybe that, maybe June, maybe August, maybe November, maybe January. I don't, just tell me when it's safe to come out. Okay. Just let me live my life and tell me when it's safe to come out. Sarah, if you sign up for 10K, I will. Yes, May 7th, run a leg of Dopey with me. Oh, I could do that. We could do 10. Yeah, I don't want to do the half, Brooke, but let's do the 10K. Because Sarah, we could do the 10K. That would be fun. And we can just go really, really slow because, well, we'll go normal speed for us and that will be really slow for Brooke because she'll be in the Dopey. That's how I get to run with people that are naturally way faster than me. Did someone just said do Dopey with Brooke? Yeah, not happening. Nice, Jenny. That's nice. Jenny, you ran 13 miles today, didn't you? There were a whole bunch of us that were signed up for the RunDisney half marathon that ran a half marathon today. I am not one of those people. And I would love to tell you that it's because it's raining. Really, it's because since Princess, I have not run more than 4 miles. So that was not happening. I ran yesterday. Yeah, she did. Congratulations, Jenny. That's amazing. I'm glad that you did the half marathon anyway. Yeah, I mean, I just let people tell me when there's something to know. So much of the news right now, and nobody knows anything, and we're still waiting on information. I mean, somebody knows something, but they're not telling us quite yet. So I just want to be patient. I want to live my life. I want to find joy in the simple things. I want to find things about my day that kind of make me centered and make me happy, and just let me know when it's safe to come out. Let's see. You don't run unless someone is chasing you. I know. I'm glad, Leslie Ann. I'm glad that you don't do that. Kelly Grow is on here. Hey, Kelly, good to hear from you. Lisa, thank you so much for that super chat. Your channel takes me to a happy place and helps me through this difficult time. Thank you. That is exactly my goal, Lisa. So the fact that I'm achieving that is good enough for me. I always, and I think I mentioned this somewhere, I don't remember, when this whole thing first came down. And anytime there's a tragedy, we tend to look at entertainers and communicators, which I kind of consider myself an edutainer. I mean, I know edutainment is a word, but mostly I'm just a communicator. But there are people who this is their outlet. And the reason that I know that is because when I was in the darkest time of my life, this was my outlet. And that's not a story that I'm free to tell. I may tell it at some point. But the whole reason I started watching YouTube is because I was under this unbelievable stress like I cannot even quite imagine now. I mean, even sitting here, I don't know if you guys have ever been and you may be there now, where the inside of your brain feels like it's exploding. Like there's this thing deep inside your brain because the stress is so overwhelming and you just can't even, you feel like you're drowning, honestly. And I started watching YouTube, and I started watching not just Disney YouTube, but some other channels as well. I was watching Tyler's Travels TV then. I was watching Blair Lamb a little bit back then. I was watching the Trackers a little bit back then. And there were places I could go when I had that feeling in my brain and I could just escape. 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I tried to kind of parcel it out, but showing up every day and doing videos for you guys, because I know for some of you, I am that little bit of a break for you. So when I say, oh, thank you for appreciating it, I have been that person. And so I know all too well that sometimes you just need to escape. So anyway, I'm happy to provide an escape hatch for a little while. Kelsey says, Jen, you do that for me. Thank you. And that means the world to me. And I can absolutely just pay that forward. So, yeah. And sometimes I think, and even back then, like if I was watching someone clean their house for 15 minutes and my husband would be like, hey, why are you watching someone clean their house? I'm like, I don't know. Something about stepping into someone else's reality for a minute helps me have perspective about my own. And it's just a very valuable thing. And I think it gives you perspective, right? That there are people sitting in their homes all over the world that are going through, we're all going through a similar experience. Our circumstances are vastly different. But we're all going through a similar experience. And that shared humanity, I think, is what we find on YouTube. And so, yeah, I mean, that's pretty noble stuff. But I feel a part of something bigger than myself, and that makes me really happy. Okay, Valerie Callahan, 1999 super chat. Thank you so much, Valerie. That means the world to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm yeah, you guys are blowing it out of the water today. You gonna have to keep my wits about me, but that really means the world. Cindy says, you have been that very thing for me often these last few weeks, even if I'm just listening while caring for hubby. Yeah, Cindy, I've been thinking about you a lot. I know that things have not been all sunshine and roses over there, even though you try to keep up a very, very brave face. So yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see. Caitlin says, not an escape hatch here. More like I feel like I have a friend chatting to me as I go about my day. To me, it helps stave off loneliness. Feels like my friend is in the room. Caitlin, thank you. I love that comment. Chris says, I was doing the YouTube thing this morning, spent 2.5 hours watching an Italian grandma make pizza, lasagna, and chicken parm. Well, you may have to post the link to that, Chris, because that sounds amazing. I would love to watch an Italian grandma cook, which brings me to a huge announcement that you guys are just going to be like, what? Stephanie says, Lisa, I totally agree. I found YouTube Disney vloggers after returning from our Disney vacation and hitting a mega depression, come down, and Jen got me through it. Now she's getting me through more. Thank you. Thank you very much, Stephanie. Dawn says, can't stay on, but wanted to pop in. Okay, Dawn, thank you. It was great to see you for a minute. John says, watching your videos feels like catching up with a friend. Well, we are actually friends, so that would be why. Also, something happened last night and I kind of snapped. I want to share a story with you guys. Are you ready for me to share a story with you? I was trying to meal plan. Now, I have to preface this story by saying that I took care of feeding children. I won't say cooking because that's kind of a stretch. Jean Williams, $25. You are the bright spot in the never-ending days of cleaning house and cooking. Jean, thank you. And you are going to so relate to what I'm getting ready to say. So thank you for the super chat and stay tuned because this is a good story. I think it's a good story. I think all my stories are good stories. They may not actually be. Anyway, so I was trying to meal plan. You know, I have adult children living here at home. My husband is still traveling, but he's home more than I'm used to him being home. He's doing a lot more day trips, a lot fewer overnights, which is fine. I'm not complaining about any of that. But I was like, done. I couldn't do with the cooking and the dinner, with the what are we having for dinner? I was like, I don't care. I don't care. Like, have cereal, make yourself a hot dog. Like this never ending thing. So I fed my children for years. Again, not really cooking. I don't think I've made any bones about the fact that I've been more of an assembler of food all these years, but nobody starved. I'm not known for my cooking. I am known for my baking, however, but I am not known for my cooking because of one very important reason. I hate it. I hate it. I hate cooking. And some of you are on here and you're like, how can you hate cooking? How did you feed 3 children and, you know, and get them to adulthood and your husband traveled and you hated cooking? I hated it the whole time. And you know, I've tried everything. I have tried the meal plans you buy online. I have tried the planning out for 2 weeks. I have tried it all. And all of a sudden yesterday, like I snapped. And I was like, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm like, I will scrub toilets. I will vacuum floors. I will arrange. I will do everything in this house. I'm not cooking. And my husband was like, you're serious? I'm like, I'm not cooking anymore. And because here's the thing, I'm a vegetarian. So half the time I'm cooking food, I'm not even eating. I'm cooking it for other people. And then I'm trying to make everything work. And I mean, I can do it. It's not like I can't do it. I don't want to. And everyone who lives here has these. Do you know what these are? Opposable thumbs. They have minds. They have internet. I am fine with them. I have shipped. So the grocery delivery is amazing. They can order groceries. They can cook for themselves. Girlfriend would be fine with steamed rice and veggies and a little bit of tofu and some vegetarian spaghetti every once in a while, and I would be happy. I'm not a person who needs big elaborate dinners, and I'm just done. And I walked out and I was like, I'm done. I don't have to do this anymore. So I ordered HelloFresh. They are going to bring meals for those people. By those people, I mean my family, everyone who isn't me. They're going to bring the meat and veggie meals. Apparently, this is a thing, and they bring it to your door. Martha Stewart has one too. I'm going to start with HelloFresh and see what we think. If you guys have another recommendation, please let me know. So 3 nights a week, they can assemble a meal that I know will be healthy. 1 night a week, we do pizza. That's 4 nights. I've always been kind of a 60% parent. So I feel like 4 nights a week of something being provided for dinner, it's enough. It's enough. And, it isn't like they look at me and say, it just kind of took this on. And it's been 30 years that dinner has been, my oldest son is 23 years old. Don't you think you get to a point where you can say, I am done doing that. I'm going to now bless you with allowing you to do that. And the good news is I'm not actually that good at it anyway, as we have discussed. Please rewind and go back, 3 minutes ago before this rant started when I said I'm not very good at it. So now I can put my energy into the things that I am good at, and I can allow others to put their energy into things that maybe they're good at, like the HelloFresh people. Okay, that's all I have to say about that. I'm done. Freedom. Yep, that's right, baby. No more cooking for me. All right. So Stephanie says, I so agree with Jen on the cooking versus the baking. I love baking, but cooking, not my thing. Not at all, unless it is soup. Soup in a can. I can do soup in a can. That makes me happy. So yeah, you guys let me know. I've heard good things about Home Chef. So I don't know. I'm going to start with HelloFresh. I want to know who is doing Marley Spoon. Okay, you think Marley Spoon is a little better, but they are similar. Is Marley Spoon, because that's Martha Stewart's one, is that similar in price? I would love to know the answer to that. I obviously can look into it on my own. But yeah, so my husband said literally like an hour ago, he's like, did you want to use that pork stew meat that I got to make a stew? And I was like, I just looked at him. I looked at him like he was talking another language. He was like, what? And I'm like, I don't know. That's not my job. Bless my family's heart. They're such good people. They're just the best. So yeah. Okay. So Leslie's saying, this is a great example. I don't mind doing any of the cooking or baking, but I refuse to also do the dishes. See, I would rather do the dishes, Leslie Ann. Seriously. I would rather someone cook. I will clean up all day long. I can put in my AirPods. I can put on a podcast or some good music. I like to scrub. I even like, on the oven itself, and I should probably field some Disney questions. Charlie, since we are both celebrating the big 5-0 this year, if a patron insists you buy wine, you can count that as a business expense, right? Charlie, that $50 is a very nice bottle of wine. So yes, thank you for that. Charlie, I am very grateful for you. It has been so great to have you kind of on the team. And thank you, sir. That is very much appreciated. So I was saying that I even like to get into like the crevices of the burners and clean all that. That's like my favorite thing. So why can't I do that and then let other people do other things, whether that be my own family doing it for themselves or outsourcing. I would outsource the cooking all day long. I actually enjoy cleaning because I'm cuckoo. Anyway, there we go. What I would give for some wine right now. Yeah, I have some upstairs. That's what I'm doing after this. I'm having a glass. There you go. Dishes are off the chain during quarantine. Yeah, Liz, and you guys moved into a new house too. First of all, a huge shout out to my moderators. I haven't really acknowledged them, so I shall do so now. And they all have channels, so please go and check out their channels. We have Hempfully Ever After, which is Kayla and Mark Allen. They have a fabulous channel. We have Liz C, who needs to start filming more videos because she has like the best personality on camera ever, but she's been a little lazy during the quarantine. I'm not going to lie. You need to get some more videos because girlfriend needs to watch some videos. And also Leslie Ann, who is our happy place, who not only has a great YouTube channel, but is also a Disney focused travel agent. So those are our mods. And I just love you guys to pieces. Yeah, Liz, I'm like, you're at home. You just moved into a new house. Give me a time lapse of you unpacking, how hard it is for you to like sit your phone up and press the time lapse button. That is not hard. And I could use that because your house is adorable. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. All right. So, oh my gosh, Simple Joy, $20 super chat. Thanks, Jen, for everything you do. Can totally relate. Didn't really understand YouTube a few years ago, but found your channels and now I get it. Thank you so much. Simple Joy is my friend Maureen. She is a doll and I have loved her like figuring out YouTube. And we actually met in real life. She stopped me in Magic Kingdom. So it's great to see you over here, Maureen. Thank you so much. Okay, I don't know why I got off on that rant about cooking. It has nothing to do with Disney. Nothing. I'm sorry. I apologize. I did, however, and I should have brought it down. I did buy a Disney cookbook. I don't plan on cooking any of the things, but there's like the ooey gooey toffee, sticky toffee cake from Liberty Tree Tavern is in there and a few other recipes. I am planning on making some of those in the coming weeks. So yeah, stay tuned for all of that. Zy Gilbert says, thanks, Jen, for everything you do. I like your videos and I am Zyler Gilbert. Well, I'm so glad that you're here. That's awesome. Okay, Mel, sorry that you have to run, but it was great to have you here. All right, so Disney questions, DVC questions. I am actually getting ready to film a video about DVC, and it was one of you sent it to me about what questions should you ask when you're considering buying a DVC contract. And I haven't really sat down and brainstormed it yet. She sent me a couple of questions, but the thing that motivated her was because she didn't know about resale restrictions and things like that. So yeah, I thought that was a really interesting idea for a video. So let me know if you have particular questions that whether you're an owner now, and there are things that you wish you had known to ask, right, before you purchased your contract, or if you are looking to become a Disney Vacation Club owner and there are questions that you want to ask. Now, I'm not talking about like broad, like how does it work questions. I'm more talking about like that you would want to ask the seller, whether you're buying it direct from Disney or whether you're buying a resale contract. What are things that you wish you had known you should ask beforehand? So yeah, if you guys have any thoughts about that, I would appreciate it. Can you imagine how many celebration pins they'll be giving out when the parks reopen? Charlie, that's such a fun comment. I have thought about that. I really, the joy that I think we will all feel, and not just because, oh, bye, Jenny, I'm sure you're exhausted. Why are you making dinner? You ran 13 miles today. You people are all a bunch of overachievers. It's ridiculous. It isn't just the joy of the Disney parks, right? I think that when the Disney parks open for the entire nation, really, and the world, I mean, I know a lot of UK people feel this way as well. Not that the only places in the world are the UK and the United States. That's not what I meant. But most of my viewers are either from Canada, the UK, or the United States. Lisa, thank you for that wonderful super chat and the super sticker. I love the superhero super sticker. Those make me very happy. It will be a sign to all of us that things are starting to return to somewhat of normal. And I don't think we're ever going to go back to normal. It will be different, but I think it's going to be good still, right? We're still all here and we're going to be okay and we're going to move forward together. Terry's asking, what are you going to do as far as your annual pass is concerned, extend or money back? Definitely extend, Terry, especially since they're just adding it on to the end. I have had an annual pass nonstop since 2016, maybe. So extending is a perfect answer for me. And the funny thing is, I have an annual pass at Disneyland and at Disney World currently because I bought the Flex Pass at Disneyland. So I will also have that one extended. So I'm telling you, once we are free to move about the country again and they are open, I will be doing a lot of traveling to a lot of Disney parks. I mean, you can just be guaranteed that that is going to happen. Moderators, you're the best. Thank you so much. Megan says, my husband and I think Disney will have lots of hand sanitizer stations set up moving forward. Oh, I have no question. And, you know, and I know that everyone will be respectful and we will all do everything that we need to do. Sarah is asking if I'm still planning on my birthday trip. Yes, I am. Major, how was your day? Major's on his way home from work. And so, yeah, he is, on his way home from work. So Major, I hope you didn't work too hard today, and I'm glad that you're listening. So am I still planning my birthday trip? Yes, still planning my birthday trip. If the parks are open, I will be going to my birthday trip. Having said that, if the parks are open for my birthday trip, will I be behaving in the same way as I always do? Maybe not. I may be spending more time at the resort. So, it should be super interesting to see how all that works out. But if the parks are open and if the Contemporary is open and I have a room there reserved, which I do, I will be going. And obviously, if not, then that will be okay too, because that means it's not wise or prudent for that to happen. So we will just deal. Kelsey wants to know, how frequently did you visit Walt Disney World when you were in a more traditional career position? Curious how you utilized your vacation time. Kelsey, so I had been in the same position for a really long time. So I actually had almost 6 weeks of flex time available to me. It was PTO, a lot like a lot of jobs have. 6 weeks is a ridiculous amount of vacation. So I would just plan. Usually we would go for at least a week to Disney as a family. And then I would do my RunDisney trips. And then, I would take, because I was a full-time working mom, I would oftentimes try to keep as much of that over the summer as I could, just so that we could, I didn't have to pay for childcare over the summer. That was a really great option to have. But I did have a lot of vacation time. So I always made sure at least 1 week of our vacation time. Scott has had far less vacation time than me. So his vacation time was a little more valuable. So usually a week for family vacation and then a week for various other things that we would do. So that would be awesome. That's all I have to say about that. It was always a thing, right? It was always back when I worked in a traditional job, I planned out my vacation, and everyone who I ever worked for knew that. My vacations, I was the first one to turn in vacation requests, because I have always felt that vacations are vitally important for my family, especially because we both worked so much, just super important. And we put that as a very high value. So we just made sure that family vacations always got taken off before anything else. So Barb, thank you so much for that sweet super chat. I very much appreciate that. Barb, you're always so great in your comments here and on all the other things as well. So thank you so much. Dean wants to know, are you planning an Aulani trip anytime soon? Oh my gosh, I love that question. So I love Hawaii. I adore Hawaii. Here's what's weird about me and Hawaii. Okay, it's story time. You're going to hear my Hawaii story. My dad was an airline pilot for Continental in Los Angeles when I was little, and friends of his had a condominium on the island of Kauai, and we would go. That's how you say it, Kauai. I'm good at saying it. We would go a lot when I was very young, and Kauai is the island where I get off the plane in the very small airport there, and I can breathe correctly. I feel completely at home. I have been to the Marriott that is 2 lagoons down from Aulani. So if you've never been to Aulani, it is in a place called Ko Olina, which is several man-made coves. And there's a Four Seasons, there's a Marriott, there's Aulani, and there's another resort being built. It is lovely. Hear me. Absolutely love it. However, the island of Oahu is not where I want to spend my time when I'm in Hawaii. So what we may do is go for like a couple of days and stay on points at Aulani, but then I've got to get back to my favorite island. It's just the way I am. And Ko Olina is beautiful, but because I grew up, it's not that it's not real Hawaii. Those of you that have been to Hawaii a lot, I think will know what I'm saying. All of that area is just a lot more commercialized. I like going and renting a condo that has no air conditioning and being right on the beach and being more like living just a more normal Hawaiian life. Maybe that makes no sense to anybody else, but that's just me. Okay, so Madison, but it's a great question, Dean. Thank you. And I would absolutely go there in a heartbeat because it is a beautiful resort. Madison asks, in regards to DVC, is there typically a decent amount of availability at resorts other than your home resort when booking at the 7-month mark? No, there is not. And I don't have any other way to say that, Madison. It depends on the type of accommodations you're looking for. But typically the rule of thumb used to be studios are really difficult. Oh, Jules, thank you so much for that super chat. I have my 40th birthday trip planned for the last week in August. We may need to revamp what we will be doing, but still hope to go. Love your channel. Thank you, Jules. And yes, I mean, I'm with you. We will figure it out. We will all be able to celebrate all of the things. I feel very confident about that. So used to be, if you wanted a studio, 7 months was difficult, but 1 bedrooms and 2 bedrooms were fairly easy to get. We have not found that to be the case. It's not that it can't happen. It's just that you can't really plan on it. And what most people have taken to having to do is, if you, let's say it's a 6-night vacation, they're getting, 2 nights at one resort and 3 nights at another resort, and then 1 night at another resort, and then waitlisting and hoping it all works out. Years ago, when we first joined, if I was on at 7 a.m. or whatever time they open online, right at the 7-month mark, I could almost always get the 2-bedroom in whatever resort we wanted. And I'm talking beach club, boardwalk, Bay Lake Tower, you name it. In recent years, that has ceased to be the case. I will always have someone that will push back about that and say, oh, that's ridiculous. You can always get in everywhere at the 7-month mark. Maybe you can, magical person who always comments that. I cannot. So maybe I'm doing something wrong. We don't typically go during a crazy time of the year either. So, and the funny thing is, DVC high season is different than regular high season. So like if you like to go during food and wine, for example, that can be a very low period of time for like general attendance. But for DVC, it's booked out immediately everywhere. Our Walter is saying, I agree, Jen. Yeah, it's just, oh, hey, Tommy, good to see you. I'm glad you're here. It has changed. So what I tell people now, and to be honest, that is why we sold our Vero Beach contract, because keep in mind, from 2012 to 2018 or 19, when we bought our old Key West contract, we were always booking at 7 months because our home resort was Vero Beach. Oh, Sarah's here. Hey, Sarah, good to hear from you. I'm so glad you're here. So we were not being able to get in anywhere at the 7-month mark. I don't particularly like to resort change. I don't like to have to pack up and move. It's very important to me that I be, when we're on a family vacation, when I'm by myself, I don't mind it as much, but I like to unpack and do all of that. So my advice to everyone is it's more important than ever, right? Especially with all the cancellations and people moving their vacations from this period of unpleasantness. You buy where you want to stay. So do not buy the cheapest option if that is not where you could see your family staying. Okay. Like you really have to weigh that more carefully than I think you ever have. And I think you would actually be better off buying fewer points and going every other year. Like if there's a resort and let's say it's one of the more expensive resorts, like let's say your family loves the Riviera, like that. I don't recommend that because of the resale restrictions, but let's use that as an example. It's a very expensive resort to get into, but if that's where you have your heart set on doing, maybe consider doing that every other year. And then in the in-between years, you can still go to Disney, but that way you could just pay cash and stay wherever you want. If finances allowed, you could stay at one of the deluxes, or maybe you stay at Pop Century, or maybe you make a different kind of choice. But it's something I'm starting to call DVC Light, which is half the points and all the fun. I may have to have I'm sure I can't get away with doing that, but yeah, it's a way to still be in on the magic, but it gives you ultimate flexibility and even the ability to take advantage of deals when Disney offers them, like free dining. Because if you're on an every other year situation, then you don't have to worry about it. Oh, Barb, I'm sorry, you have to go. We're getting ready to head off anyway. We've only got a couple more minutes. This has been such a fun hour, you guys. If you want to see a video, Leslie Ann, should I do a whole video about DVC Light? Because I really do think that concept would make a lot of people that have always ruled DVC out go, oh, but wait a minute. If that gave me more flexibility, and I don't want to spoil it all in the next 30 seconds, because then what am I going to talk about in the video? But the flexibility that it would give you if you're an every other year person, that's why we did it that way. We only have enough points for every other year. And it wasn't because I couldn't have bought all of the points. I didn't want to. I didn't want that dues amount. There was a lot of things about it I just didn't see the value. And with every other year, I feel a lot more confident in our decision and that we have the flexibility that we want. So, okay, I will film that because I think there are a lot of people that would be really interested in that think that there's only one way to do that. So good. Okay, that sounds good. I will do that for you guys. Yeah, and Leslie Ann is saying she loves Pop and Wilderness Lodge. There are so many great resorts that aren't Disney Vacation Club, y'all. So many great resorts. Sarah, the only reason I am okay with you doing a super chat, which I will send you a text message when I'm done here, and I will be very unhappy with you, is because I happen to know for a fact, the fact that we did not go to Disney this weekend meant that we saved that just in margaritas. If you've ever watched any of my trip vlogs with one Sarah Merrill, you will know that we do not skimp when we are on Disney vacations. We are girls who have worked hard and done our running, and we enjoy some Prosecco and some lovely margaritas, and that is the only reason I'm not mad at you. So now I will have to make sure I can return the favor, because you and I will be back at Disney together before, we were just saying how glad we are that we did Princess, because we only see each other. Sarah and I only see each other once a year typically. And if we hadn't done Princess, which was very last minute, then I wouldn't be seeing her again until next April. And that just would not do. So on that note, I'm going to let you guys get back. I don't know what you're doing tonight, but I hope whatever it is that you are finding something to find joy in and happiness. I'm with you, Megan. I cannot wait to get back. And what a fun time we're going to have. And we are going to appreciate things on a completely different level once we are all able to do not just Disney together, but the things that we love doing that we're all missing. So love you guys. I promise not to cook, Kelsey, and I will talk to you very soon. Thank you again to everybody that did super chat, and make sure to check out the description box if you want information about some of the stuff I talked about. The video will process, and then I will put all of that information in there for you guys. Have a great evening. Thanks for being awesome. Love you.